Hey guys, welcome back to my chatty, sassy channel here on YouTube, where we talk about all things luxury, be it luxury travel, luxury fashion, or life's luxuries in general. And today we're going to be talking about the things that I did not find luxurious enough to buy and why. So that you kind of can see where my thought process is at, and maybe it'll help you make decisions, because for me, a lot of times when I'm looking at buying things, the reasons that people don't buy something are oftentimes much more powerful to me than the reasons that people do buy something. And with that, let's get into item number one. Now, if you've been with me for my recent New York content, one of the videos that I did was on the pre-loved shopping that we did at Fashion File, The Real, and What Goes Around Comes Around. And there were an overwhelming amount of comments on that video, including from the people who were on the trip with me, telling me to buy the Gucci Romper. And I will say, this did look super cool. I won't argue that. But what you can't tell in the video is that I couldn't take a deep breath in this. I couldn't take a bigger size in it, because if I took a bigger size, it would be too big and I'd have to tailor it down. And for some reason in my head, I don't like having to tailor things down. When it costs this much, I don't want to have to pay extra for tailoring. I also, in the back of my head, know that if I get tired of it and I need to move it on, if I've had it tailored down to be like an in-between size, I'm not gonna be able to sell that. Also, it was a very nice thick material. But it's a very nice thick material that is a sleeveless, short romper that I would wear in summer. I live in the south of the United States. It is hot, it is humid. I would sweat like a pig in that thing. And that wouldn't feel particularly good, but on top of that, I'd have to have it cleaned all the time. And like, that's so much money for cleaning. That's a lot of money for cleaning on a piece that I'd be able to wear for like a few hours and be sweaty and not be able to take a deep breath. And so like, that's ultimately why I didn't buy it. It's not the right material for where I live. It's not, I needed like just a little bit more in the bust that it was not going to give me. So yeah, left that one behind for several different reasons. Next up, item that a lot of people who were with me on the day thought that I should purchase, and that was the Alma in Fashion File, the 1996 Alma in Fashion File. There were a couple of reasons I didn't get that bag. Number one, I was buying my Chanel walk that was perfect. I was buying my David Yurman necklace that was perfect. I'd just gotten 2 love bracelets, one for me and one for my husband, which were perfect. The Alma had some corner wear on it that, while it didn't bother me, when I showed it to my mom via FaceTime and it bothered her so much, it bothered her too much to get for herself, that knowing that it bothered her too much, it started to bother me a little bit more, even as we were sitting there. And I ultimately decided that while I hadn't initially noticed the wear, now that I knew it was there, I was gonna notice it too much. Also, Alma PM is kind of big for me. And it's probably too big for me. So I decided to leave the Alma PM there, as much as I love it. As special as it was that it was my birth year. Also, it was very close in color to my Lady Dior, and I knew that unless it was pouring the rain, every single time I was going to pick my Lady Dior over the Alma. Now, next up, let's talk about the Fendi First, which quite a few people who were there thought that I should buy because it was basically brand new. It had all the stickers on the hardware. It's a chocolate bag like I've been looking for, and I didn't have anything from Fendi at the time because we had not gone to What Goes Around Comes Around yet. And it was a beautiful bag. It was an amazing condition. It was a fantastic price. It was a Fendi midi. And what I realized standing in Fashion File looking at this bag, as beautiful as it was, it didn't fit great on me crossbody because of the shape. It didn't look right on me on the shoulder because it looked too bulky with the thin strap where it sat on my shoulder. And then when I went to carry that thing handheld, it's too heavy of a bag because it's all leather and it's very, very well made. Empty. It's too heavy for me to carry it. My hand was getting tired just holding it while I was doing a video. And so because of that, I've ruled out the the midi Fendi first coming into my collection, because I realized that's just not going to be something that I'm going to enjoy using. And if I don't enjoy using a bag, I'm not going to use the bag, and then it will be sitting on my shelf wasting money and space. Now, what about the Valentino boots that I tried on? A lot of people really liked those Valentino boots. I loved those Valentino boots. The Valentino boots came down to the fact that they are new for the season, and it was 90 degrees outside, and they were not on sale yet. I will perfectly happily buy boots on sale in the summer. I have no problem with that. I'm not going to buy boots full price in the summer. I'm going to wait until it is boot season to buy boots, or until it's Christmas and they show up under my Christmas tree, because that does sometimes happen, and I'm always quite excited when it does. So I'm holding off on those boots, just simply waiting for cooler weather. That is all that it is I didn't see a need to get it in New York, because it's something that I can get here in a couple of months when I'm actually ready to wear them. Now, a lot of people were surprised that I did not bring anything home from David Yurman or from Tiffany. The Yurman piece that I brought home was pre-loved, and I brought home nothing from Tiffany. I have not had anything really make me fall in love with Tiffany in a very long time. I have several pieces from Tiffany. I have the Tiffany New York Toile cups, which I am very glad to have. They're a great piece because all of my Tiffany pieces has come from New York. I have Tiffany pearls, I have Tiffany silver. The Tiffany silver turns more easily than my David Yurman, which makes me more hesitant to buy the Tiffany silver because it has a higher shine on it than the David Yurman does. Additionally, Tiffany has jacked up their silver prices. It used to be a lot more affordable, and I don't think that paying $900 for a single pearl necklace on a piece of on a hardware collection piece with sterling silver is worth the cost. I just cannot justify that in any way, shape, form, or fashion in my head. Same thing with a lot of the other silver pieces that I look at from Tiffany. I just don't see the price being worth it for sterling silver, and I don't see their gold as being anything particularly special. And so for me, Tiffany is just not striking the match, and a lot of their newer pieces to me feel reactionary to other brands, like they're trying to do their version of another brand's X instead of just being Tiffany and doing their own Tiffany thing. With David Yurman, I have a ton of David Yurman. I am super happy with what I have right now, and I did buy a pre-loved piece of David Yurman. Additionally, we love Brandon here in Nashville, who is who we get all of our new in-store David Yurman from. And so if I'm gonna buy a piece, I'm probably gonna be buying it from Brandon anyway, and not buying it necessarily up in New York, because I've already bought my piece from the flagship, my gold Renaissance ring that I wear all the time. And so therefore I didn't feel a need to buy anything in Yurman, particularly because I'd gone with Meredith. I took her with me to David Yurman, and she bought several things, and so I felt like I was covered for the day because she had bought David Yurman. Now, a lot of people were surprised I didn't buy anything YSL in New York. The answer here is very simple. Sam, my SA in Nashville, is fantastic. He's amazing. He can give me anything that I want, and he always delivers. And so I'm never going to buy YSL except for maybe buying like a piece in Paris to say like, yes, this is the piece of YSL I got in Paris. I'm never gonna buy anything YSL anywhere else. Like, I'm always going to get it through Sam. I knew that we had a fall collection preview coming up. We went to a dinner for the fall collection. No unboxings coming from that actually, but there's still plenty of the year to go, and I'm excited for the last drop of the year coming in November. There will probably be some pieces that Blake and I really like in that collection. And so I'm content right now to wait to see what else comes from YSL. I'm certainly not going to buy it from the YSL in New York. When we were up there in January and popped in just to see what was going on in the New York store, they were super rude and pushy to us, trying to get us to buy things that we had expressed we didn't have any interest in, and not showing us the things that we had expressed interest in. And then the final piece I think that I showed that I spoke really well of that I didn't end up getting is the Beretta coat. So I loved this sort of safari-esque tan coat. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I did end up deciding that I really wanted this coat. We went back on Monday to get this coat. Turns out Beretta is closed on Mondays, and so I did not get this coat. It has gone onto my Christmas list. Hopefully someone will get it for me for Christmas because I really love this coat. Honestly, I might even order it before then because I would really love to have this coat for fall. So there are all the pieces from my recent shopping vlogs that I didn't buy and why. Let me know if you still think after hearing this video that I should have gotten these pieces, or if you think that I made the right calls. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye!